Knock knock. Knock knock raps the ground with his heel twice for emphasis, then winces. Jod's frown deepens. If this knock knock truly wishes to be of help, and is one goblin might listen to, there have been sightings of goblins near Oleg's, possibly dispossessed by a recent encounter. Massacre, knock knock corrects brightly. Chop them all up except those who ran fast. New tribe probably have very long legs, very hard to catch. His eyes all alight and he grins, but not for me. I can round him up. But he frowns again. But unless they were still being chased, it's not like them to keep moving. Tires one out. They'd better stay in the capital, like knock knock, even if he wrinkles his nose. It smells bad here. Ah, yes. Oleg has sent word of these goblins via courier, but he has been reluctant to leave in case they raid the post in his absence. Apparently, they've been quite diligent in trying to raid his storeroom. If your goblin ally could deal with them. Very well. I have instructions on how I want you to handle it. Knock knock's ears perk up in your direction. Tell them you are my counselor. Ask them politely to move elsewhere. No bloodshed. Knock knock standing proudly. Knock knock nods, standing proudly. I can't read this guy's words.
Good evening, Muck fans.
Hey, Varlog, good to see you, buddy. Thank you for the tier 1 sub. Welcome back. He makes what might be a ragged salute, interrupted by him noticing something on his wrist, which he rubs away with a frown. As you command. As a hero, he rubs his wrist again, then grunts. We'll go. Lead to post. Knock knock follow. Wait, I have to take him there? Whoa, who is this Chad-looking fella? A dismal silence hangs in the hall as the figure of a new visitor appears in the door. He's taller than anyone else present and seems to be made of subtle folds and sharp angles from his metal mask to his scarlet cape. And he literally reeks of evil. Cold, calculating, and unrelenting. The Forefather. Greetings to the ruler of this land. An expressive male voice carries across the hall. The visitor bows politely. I've come from afar to discuss a matter of considerable importance, and I hope for a civilized conversation. Let me introduce you myself. I am called the Forefather, and I serve the illustrious Queen Mahathala. I am a devil. Right, now there are devils roaming my capital. How can you be sure of that? Disguise can do wonders. You hear a chuckle from under the mask, but then the devil regains his polite and formal tone. I realize that guests like me are somewhat exotic. That's why I chose to come forward boldly in the light of day, as any honest visitor should, to the lands of a lawful ruler. The devil makes a few gestures and says something indistinguishable. Both he and you seem to be enclosed in an invisible ring. The outside world shines through dimly, as sounds are barely audible. A modest precaution. Others should not hear what I have to say. I have news of someone you know, young Kanara and Kaliki. One of them is in Oh, it's the kineticist that's got like the two minds in her. Okay. Yeah, I didn't like playing her character, so I've hardly used her, but she is still here. One of them is in great danger, and they both share a single fate. They must have told you by now of the Soul Eater who killed Kanara. I should imagine that by disclosing their secret and true names to you, these poor children deprive Kanara of protection from this deadly foe. The Soul Eater has picked up her scent and will soon be here. You will need my help to deal with it. What's so special about this Soul Eater? I've killed worse beasts before. This Soul Eater is more ancient and far stronger than any evil and any others like it. It knows Kanara's name and will follow her relentlessly. If you refuse my help, both you and the girls will have to remain on close guard day and night, waiting for it to reappear, to attack, and, believe me, the devil seems to chuckle. Even so, you will not be prepared when it strikes. And what's your interest in those two? My interest in these lost children is special, I would even say familial. It's my blood that runs in their veins. A long, long time ago, I gave a night of passion to a young follower of Mahathala's cult. Her soul has writhed in agony in the flames of hell for many ages, and yet I still feel a vague joy when I see the offspring of our alliance walking the sunlit lands of Kadira. I am their forefather, and not only by name. Okay. That's really cool that you told me about their mom burning in hell. What do you suggest? I can lure the Soul Eater to appear at the right time and place. I even know a way to be rid of it once and for all without any fuss. If you're willing, then come with Kaliki to the barrens of the southern border of the Kamalands. It must be Kaliki. We cannot risk her sister being found. We will meet there and resolve the matter once and for all. Alright, I'll go to the agreed place. The devil makes another half bow. I enjoy dealing with reasonable and civilized mortals. So long. Oh, what a dramatic exit. I love it. Green hair? Oh, it's Noxie. Oh, Mim Wobblegander. There you are. I've wanted to see you in person for a long time. All of Brevoy is talking about your feats. The girl is smiling curiously. Sizing you up, she finally nods to you. Mim Wobblegander, the greatest goldsmith in Restov, at your service. Happy to meet the ruler of this land. You know, it's quite beautiful here. The view of the lake surrounded by a picturesque green forest were inspiration for a lovely brooch design. I do have a sapphire, but no green jewels, and I have no idea who can help me with this. We're surrounded by simpletons here, and know nothing of sublime matters, except for you, of course. She looks at you meaningfully. What is the greatest goldsmith in Restov doing in this backwater? Seeking recognition and inspiration. You see, not everyone in Restov realizes how unfairly destiny has divided its gifts between me and my competitors. I got all the talent, you see, and they got all the glory and respect. It's all nonsense, though. I'll soon remedy this irksome situation. Besides, I'm mortally tired of Restov dust and grayness, and the view from here to the Tors of Lebanese is beyond compare. Just look at those peaks. Such mysterious power in their eyes' dignity. And why should I help you? Let's say, if I'm provided an appropriate place of work, I wouldn't mind staying for a while to draw upon the special inspiration these lands give me. Of course, I would express gratitude to my patron from time to time with gifts befitting his status and my mastery. And remind me what you're asking for? For an emerald. I plan to make a brooch that will combine the hues of this land and the blue of the cold lake and the green of the young pines. I do have a sapphire, but I'm missing a green jewel. Okay, let's see what you can do. Wonderful. I shall impatiently await your return. Okay. Alright, back to the table again. Holy crap, we were so behind on table stuff. No, I talked to him, talked to them. Okay. We've done all the opportunities. There's one problem, but we can't do it. Okay. Do that. Okay. Can we... Let's see, that's Tustale. Alright. So... Varnhold wanted, like, the leather shop? Alright, let's check this out. Okay, so this is Varnhold from above. I don't see it. Halfling's Brewery. Yeah, I'm not seeing it. Okay, maybe I misunderstood the assignment. Alright. Silver Step. Yeah, let's make a settlement there for that area. And what all do I need to build here? Anything special on the list? Don't think so. Alright, we'll build the longhouse. Okay. Alright, that's done. They want a militia. Yeah, but she said we'll make a militia, and then, like, the thing about the, she was going to be a leather worker if I gave her a place to work. Alright, Dragon's Armor Shop. We already have Dragon's Armor Shop done. Shania's Shop of Exotic Curiosities. Okay, there's that. Trying to do all of these favors I said I would do. Trade Guard. Bakken's Alchemical Shop is already built. Okay, there's no other weird things for that one. Gnarl Marches. Okay, go ahead and build that one. That's north of Gnarl Marches. And build the Longhouse for income. I don't see any weird stuff there. Okay, close that one. And Tuskadale. I think I already looked in here. Okay, yeah, alright, there's nothing else there. And South Gnarl Marches. That's Dragon's Armor Shop we already looked at. Okay, I think we've checked all the areas. Alright, regions. Alright, we've claimed everything we can. Okay. Alright, close out of that. I think we're caught up on Who are you? I greet you, O worthy one. As decided, I have stepped upon the path of the Master Smith and fated by the perfect human. Since our rare few in these lands appreciate the aesthetics of the Vudrani, I have decided that my gifts will be made for you. However, even though my feet may carry me swiftly to the top of the mountain of perfection, on this path I shall need the help of someone tactful and dependable. Someone such as you, O worthy one. If you are ready to aid me, come see me at my workshop and I shall tell you of my need. Okay. Alright.
Follow me. Or don't.
Alright, storyteller. Let's see if he can piece together any of the stuff I found. I found the shards of an ancient artifact. Can you restore it? Find more pieces. Find more pieces. These shards are all that remain of the Forest Knight's bracers. I would be honored to restore them to their rightful glory and uncover the story behind them. Let's see. What a curious find. Shards of the Ring of Reckless Courage, it would seem. Notice how they bear evidence of melting here and there. Lady Luck favored the ring's previous owner for quite some time, but when she finally turned her back on him, the consequences were quite grave. If you wish, I can restore the ring for you and tell you its story. This is, let's see. You find the rest. Find the rest. Find the rest. Make the Forest Knight's bracers. The storyteller caresses the metal shards with the tips of his fingers. A noble man once wore these bracers, and he was not the only one to do so. Restoring them would be an honor for any master. I shall impart a remnant of my gift in them to ensure the artifact's story lasts forever. I cannot let it be forgotten. Okay. And... okay, so I've got to get through this again. Alright, make the Ring of Reckless Courage. Luck is a fickle partner. You may think yourself her favorite patron while she sits and conspires to trick you. It will impart a remnant of my gift within the ring so that you may recall its story. May it caution you against recklessness or perhaps inspire it. The choice is, of course, yours. The best part about finishing one of those is a whole bunch of items get pulled out of your bag. Alright, show me newest stuff at the top. Ring of Reckless Courage. +4 to Charisma, +4 bonus to Stealth and Trickery, +4 bonus to attack rolls to perform crits, +2 to the dice check of mind-affecting spells. -2 to Wisdom, -4 to Perception, -2 to Resistance penalty will saving throws, and -10 to saving throws against traps. Whenever the wearer receives a critical, they are confused for 1 to 4 rounds. The only person in the party that would really want Charisma and Stealth and Trickery stuff is Lindsay. But if she fails to disarm a trap, she has -10 to save against it, so it would, like, higher chance of it killing her. Forest Knight's bracers. Whenever the wearer of these bracers would become shaken, the effect is negated, and they get +2 bonus to attack rolls, saving throws, and skill checks for that duration. Whenever they become frightened or confused, they start laughing instead, as if under the effect of hideous laughter. They also grant the wearer the ability to use the effect Freedom of Movement once per day. When a Fae successfully hits the wearer, the Fae has to succeed a will saving throw or become frightened for 1 to 4 rounds. What the heck? Alright. Oh, there's Easy Stride. +5 to Stealth and the ability to cast Dimension Door once per day. Give that to Lindsay. Dragon Scale Plate. Is that an upgrade for Valerie? It's the same armor, but it has 30 acid resist. So I will give that to her. Okay, Eve leveled up. I would recklessly sell that. The ring. That might be the safest thing to do with it. Alright, Jubilos leveled. Blinding Bombs, Curse Bomb, Dispelling Bomb. Force Bombs. Did I not have Force Bombs on him? No, I guess I didn't. Alright, we'll get Force Bombs. Oh, that's right, I did Force Bombs in the Varnhold's Lot DLC. Dennis had Force Bombs. Dennis. Greater Invis. Okay. Alright, so... Oh man, we got so many people want stuff. Wait, I just realized Amiri's not in here. She said she was going to go ahead and meet us there. However, she hasn't been leveled up yet. Derp. So that's a bummer. All right.
Not that I care.
Let's head to the center of town so we can sell a bunch of stuff. We've been collecting loot for months in game without being able to sell anything. Okay. Zarcy, if I can use your shop. Alright, first sell all the junk. Okay. And sort by type. Good God. These are all Great Axe +1s. Dagger +1s. That's 360 pounds worth of magic steel. Shield. Rings of protection. Keep a spare with resistance. Okay. Oh, the coins. I gotta take those back to the storyteller. He can take those. Okay. Arcane Enforcer. Don't know if I'm gonna use that stuff. Okay.
Will this ever end?
Run over here. So there's another option at the storyteller to get rid of stuff that's in your bag that has, it's just like liquidating. Basically, he's the only buyer for certain things. I brought some relics. Are any of these worthy? Okay, so he's buying the ancient Rosslandic coins, the Thorax pendants, the tokens of the Dryad, the ancient Cyclopean coins, the Taldan Warriors dog tags. And let's see. Okay, this is new. I hear hooves clattering, wheels creaking. I smell the smoke of campfires. Wind kisses my face gently, and rain washes it with tears from the sky. We're on a road heading north. We're on our way to the no man's land beyond the edge of the map, which promises a home to those who do not shy away from adventure. Those lands are where we will find our freedom and prosperity. I'm Jaxine Tristran from the Tandak Plains, the heart of the great Taldan Empire. My family is old but not rich. My inheritance as the youngest daughter barely covered the horses, cart, and supplies for this trip, but who cares? My real inheritance was a sharp mind and a real hands ready for hard work. My children will know riches that the ancestors could hardly dream of. 1,000 years ago, on the Emperor's orders, the 5th Army of Exploration mapped the region around the Great Selwyn River. Endless miles of plains, hills, woods, and rivers. My ancestor served in this army, and his diary mentions a particular cave filled with wonderful gemstones floor to ceiling. The army turned back, leaving the gems unclaimed for centuries, but now they'll be mine. Onward. Go on. We reached the area described by my ancestor's diary. The locals from the tiny villages scattered in the area call this region the Camelands. It's a strange, eerie place. What we originally took for hills as we passed through turned out to be ancient mounds, where you might find the buried bones of unbelievably ancient creatures, older even than Earthfall. That gemstone cave must be around here somewhere. After a long and difficult search, fortune finally smiled upon us, albeit a wry, cunning smile. Among the hills, we caught a bunch of kobolds, all dressed up like nobles at some celebration. Their filthy, scaly bodies were decorated with shining gemstones, and their leader proudly wore an ancient Taldan knee pad on his head. Their interrogation didn't take long. After decapitating one of them, the others almost fell over themselves to tell us where they found their ornaments. The cave proved to be even more gorgeous than I'd imagined as I read my ancestor's diary. It was a huge hall shining with gems of all colors and hues. We didn't have a problem evicting the kobolds. Once we'd killed half the tribe, the other half just fled. Apparently wanting the last word, an old kobold, their chieftain maybe, or a shaman, shook his tiny fist at us and yelled a curse. I just laughed and threw a torch at him and he disappeared. I had won. The gems of the Fifth Army were mine. Go on. Inside, we found ancient girders supporting the walls and rusty tools scattered around. There were also graves, several of which had been opened by kobolds, with pieces of ancient Taldan armor in them. It seems some ancient people had been mining gems here after all. Unfortunately, we had no way to find out what happened to them, so I declared the mine my property and we began our own work. A small town quickly grew around the mine. First it was just locals, then people started traveling from afar. Miners, bards, brewers, priests, and of course traders of all kinds. Taldor sent a squad of soldiers to guard the new Imperial mine and trade routes as well. My lands prospered, too bad it didn't last long. It took us less than a year to discover what happened to the mine's previous owners and why it had been abandoned. Go on. Things were going great, but then the rumor of an epidemic started spreading through the town. I did my best to reassure the locals, though by that time I knew better than anyone that gray stains on the skin along with nosebleeds was essentially a death sentence. The mine's previous owners didn't just leave, they died out from ash leprosy. They were infected when we were infected when we explored their graves. The best clerics and healers our money could buy all said the same thing, the disease wasn't curable. I still held hope that if we bought enough time we could find a cure, but news of the epidemic reached the Imperial Army. They were ordered to quarantine the entire area, and our guardians became our jailers overnight. The settlement was sealed off by a triple cordon of guards. We continued mining gemstones like before, but the traders took advantage of our situation now and raised their prices. People were dying, but the town lived on as the Empire kept sending a new workforce for us, branded criminals. Thanks to the efforts of our healers, I lived longer than many others, but soon I didn't even dare leave my house. It seemed not a single person in the settlement didn't wish me dead. I died alone, slowly rotting alive, surrounded by treasure beyond measure, a leper queen of a doomed kingdom. My last thought was of how funny the kobold's curse had seemed and how quickly it had come true. Tell me more about this disease. Could it cause a new epidemic amongst my subjects? No, worry not. Ash leprosy may have been incurable in Jaxine's time, but the Taldans eradicated it completely centuries ago. Besides, it is impossible that any trace remains of the leprosarium that surrounded this mine so long ago. Thank you for the story. He inclines his head respectfully. Alright. Okay. COVID? Yeah, there's COVID. Alright, that's done. Alright, so if we're going to do the other stuff, let's see, we had a side quest that possibly involved Knock Knock, one for Harem. Harem, when I do a quest with him, I just swap him out with my other cleric. So let me just level that up. God, you should have selective channeling, holy crap. Okay, and get that, and just level those, and get that, and those, and just get extra channeling, that's fine. And this is either the last one or the second last one. Okay, and then we just gotta load up Harem spells. Let's see, Lesser Resto. Resist energy communal, whole party. Protect energy communal. Actually, restoration. Let's see, breath of life. I think this one can revive someone as long as it hits them within like a few turns of the person dying. Bone shatter. Raise dead, which I think requires a diamond. AoE heal. Bear's endurance mass. Bull's strength mass. Banshee blast or harm. Harm is just big damage. Okay. Alright, so that one's done. Alright, so rest, which will fully charge his spellbook. Muck is the future Guild Wars 3 legend. Yo, I'm so ready. I'm so ready.
Not that I care.
It's funny, I've actually seen other content creators do stuff like that. Like, people that were big content creator in, like, StarCraft, and then StarCraft 2 came out, and then they just took off there, you know, like, right out the gate. Because people already were like, oh, this guy sort of knows what he's talking about. So, you know, just games like that. There's one that I occasionally watch on YouTube. His name is Mr. Juice Bags. He's got like an orange juice thing as his logo, and he does a lot of content for Dungeon Defenders 1, Dungeon Defenders 2, Dungeon Defenders Remastered, like every Dungeon Defenders game. Let's see. Wait, didn't I have a quest to turn in here? Bloom, Sword Lords, Hero's Fate, Beneath the Stolen Lands, Lost Relic. Dugath gives a clue. Look at the Valley of the Dead. Why is this not checked off? We did this. I thought we did that. The debate awaits. Have to get there quickly. Alright. Amiri ran to the Glenabon uplands where a battle between the barbarian horde and the Brevik army was about to begin. Okay, so that's like timed. That seems like it's timed. Hold on, I'm gonna click on these. Do any of these say that they're timed? Next development in 192 days. Oh, okay, that's really far out. Okay, they might not actually be timed. They might just be like the lore. You know, they're timed in the lore, but not really. I don't know. Okay, we'll go with that. You got the vibe, Mang? I'm ready. Okay, so where is Amiri? Is this it? No, that's the thing with Jubilost. Oleg's trading post is the thing with the goblins. Varnholds is a symbol of militia. I guess I have to go there for that? Help Amiri. Okay, that's the thing with Amiri. Dwarven Forge, that's the thing with Harem. Alright. So, let's go straight there. So, if Amiri has to take a spot in the party, I'll swap her with Ekun. Because they're both of them, their role is just big DPS. What is that? Oh, that's the harem thing.
Time to get some rest, isn't it?
On the bank, to our utter surprise, we saw a ferry. Its rough-sounding ferryman smelled like onions and trouble. He told us that the problem of pirates on the river had been resolved. A group of Nemerians had gone downstream and scared off all the pirates. He told us then a heartbreaking story of his friend, who once robbed travelers, but was wise enough to yield to the Nemerians, and now is living the miserable life of an honest man. Against all my expectations, we got to the other side without any trouble. Yeah, if you try to cross this river earlier in the game, like, pirates attack you from the river. That's why that was there. Okay.
I tire.
How do I reach this thing? Oh my god. Why? I'm a little nervous because the little toy was a dragon. Like, how quickly do you think I'll take Heisen and get all the spears nerfed?
You arms!
I don't know if they watch Heisen stuff. Air Elemental. Alright. Hold. You run for that.
Me.
You do that. You do... Wait. He needs force bombs on the bar. Oh, they are here. Okay, there. Oh, everybody is, like, weakened right now. Alright, let's do some, like, most basic buffs.
March, march. All I do is march.
This should be. You deserve it. Let us strike as one.
Okay.
Cannot hide from me.
Oh my god. It spins, chat. Oh my god, it spins. Yo, what the heck?
Time's not waiting.
Boop, 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 boop.